Okay, we're just applying the lotion onto her hands. Remember, I've warmed it up already in my own hands so that she's not having the cold lotion. And then we're just going to go into, we're going to be loosening up her wrist in here. Make sure your client is sitting comfortably. You'll know if your client is relaxed or not because they'll let you do this. Often if your client isn't relaxed, they'll want to do this movement for you, and that sort of defeats the purpose in here. So just wait until they do get relaxed and let you do this on your own. They'll get a much better massage out of it. So once we've gone, then we're going to go into our finger movements, and we're just going to be hanging on to the end of the finger, just doing some loosening joint movements here. Just pushing back, just to relax the joints, similar to what we did on the wrist. Okay. You can do each of those 3 to 5 times. Remember, a nice, slow, easy tempo. You don't want to be going too fast with this. You want your client to be relaxing. You can visit with your client the whole time. It's not the same as when you're doing a facial where you're not able to visit so much because they've got product on their face and you're wanting them to relax and sleep. For this one, you can visit with your client the whole time that you're in there. So make sure you've got some good conversational skills, have a topic that you're going to be talking about, and just visit and help your client feel relaxed and comfortable. Okay, now I do the next finger movement, and I know it's slightly out of order from what you have on your handout, but I prefer to do the finger movements all together. So we're just rotating here at the joints. Instead, the other one was pushing back. Now we're just rotating in circles. Three to 5 times on each finger. You want the full hand and arm massage for one hand to last about 7 to 8 minutes. So in total, you'll be looking at about 15 minutes of massage time for both hands and arms. This might be a good time to discuss having appropriate conversation, right? When you're having your conversations with your client, you're not going to be gossiping or talking about other people, just keeping your conversations appropriate. From there, we're going to go into the palm of the hand, and I'll just show you. We're just going to be doing circular movements right in on the palm. This is the part that most of the clients say feels the best, and you can push really hard in here. And you're not going to be bothering your client. You can use a lot of pressure on the hand, and you'll find that it just feels good for your client. Okay. And then we're going to go on top of the hand, and we're going to do circle movement on top of the hand. And then we're going to be taking that down into the fingers, and squeezing off on the end. Onto the fingers, squeezing on the end. And you can squeeze quite hard. I mean, ask your client if they'll let you squeeze as hard as you can, and you'll see it doesn't hurt at all when you're in there squeezing. It's just a nice massage at the end of the fingers. Okay, when we're finished this, we're going to go just up into the wrist, do just a bit of a snake bite movement up on the wrist, back and forth with our thumbs. And then we're going to continue that. We're going to be doing circle movements up the arm. Circle, slide. Circle movements, and then sliding down. 3 to 5 times. You're going to do it on the top of the arm, and then on the other side of the arm as well. And if at any time you need more lotion, just make sure you go get some. Warm it up on your hand first. You don't want to be pulling on the skin. Your fingers should slide nicely on the skin. And probably need a little bit more lotion here. Warm that up a bit. We're going to go into two different snake bite movements. I'll call them snake bite movements. That's what they remind me of. The first one, where your client's arm is coming straight towards you, you're going to have one hand on either side of their arm, And you're going to be going back and forth on their arm. Okay, that's the one snake bite movement. And then you're going to turn that so that their elbow is at a 90-degree angle. Now both of your hands are on the same side, and you're just going back and forth. Back and forth with your and then you need to go into the rope movement where you're going up and down on the arm. Up with one hand, down with the other. Up with one hand, down with the other. 3 to 5 times, making sure this lasts about 8 minutes. And then the very last one, put a little bit of extra lotion in on your hand, and that's going to go right in on the elbow. And then you're finished with the hand and arm massage. And repeat that on the next hand.